Was anyone around in your ear saying, "Ooh, I wouldn't go there. It's too much of a hot topic. It's too emotional," or did people cheer you on and say, "We need this"?
There were mixed feelings in the beginning. There were people that in the film community that said, "You never sell this. You'll never get distribution. You wouldn't go international. You wouldn't do this. You wouldn't do that." And people that I didn't know, but I would talk about the project with. And that was kind of like crushing, you know, you're like, "Oh, come on, this is my project." And then what happened, it felt like we got the support of parents groups. We got the support of churches that wanted to strengthen marriage. We got the support of the fathers' rights groups, and we got the support of the feminist groups that realized it was a system that was broken. It wasn't that parents didn't want to get along, it was that there was a system that was keeping people from communicating. And that was huge. So the groups started paying for our travel fees to go to New York and talk to people. We interviewed police officers that were on the force for 20, 30 years and were stripped away because they all of a sudden were being divorced. And we were talking to doctors, to lawyers, to judges, to legal, you know, everybody that just started coming forward. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And it didn't really change for me until I got the first suicide note in my inbox. And we were talking about this, and I didn't realize that that was the point where I didn't know what to do with that. And I think it was our editor that said, "You got to tell him to call you." And I reached out an email. I said, "Just call us." And we talked for like a half hour, and he was crying. He says, "I'm going to send you all my paperwork. I heard you guys are doing this. But I'm killing myself today. I've been in the court for 7 years. I can't see my kids. I've lost everything. I've lost my house. I've lost everything." And I think that was like, man, you know, this guy was going to kill himself. Not including the people that we already had on camera that have already died. One walked into a courthouse with a grenade because he couldn't see his son. The other one walked in with a machine gun. This guy was just about to do himself. He wasn't hurting anybody, you know. And I think that that's where I just said, this thing has to survive. You know, when you get into, I got into filmmaking, I was like, "Oh, I want to be this big Hollywood star, and I'm going to sell my scripts, and I'm going to do all that." And then that day, it just became real. It just was like, you know.
So I'm sure at that point it was not about distribution. It was more about like, this has to.
You know, I haven't got any
change.
support from, as a filmmaker, for distribution. It's always been self. It's always been YouTube. It's been, you know, free videos, DVDs, whatever we could do. We try to raise funds. We try to do that. And it's been, you know, you're right. It wasn't about, you know, it was about how can we change someone's life and let them know there is support. There's other people like him, you know. And he's not a bad person because he can't pay child support, or he got divorced, or, you know, he was, you know, a target of fatherhood, you know, or whatever they want to call it. It's just, you know.